Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia, and I am joined again this week by Richard of Richard A. Myers Jr. and Associates, LLC. Richard, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing well. And yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you. So in this week's blog, we are talking about the top 4 common mistakes of Medicaid eligibility. So you're going to walk us through all 4 of those, and I'd like to turn it over to you to start at number 1.
Well, thank you, Alicia. Well, on our website, we talk about the top 10 mistakes. And as we talked about this, we thought maybe if we just talk about the top 4 would be helpful. So the first one is always thinking it's too late to plan. People think, well, my loved one's just gone into the nursing home and by gosh, we're too late to do any of this planning that these blogs talk about. 85% of the work that I do is people who are already entered into a nursing home and it'll be a long-term stay. So the ability to preserve assets is still very much at hand for people who've gone into the nursing home. So it's never too late. I tell people the only time it's too late is when you spend all the money and there's nothing left. And we had a client who had overspent by about $40,000. I know it sounds difficult, but they did. And I said, well, maybe you were a little late because we can protect a large portion of the estate even after admission. We're normally protecting 50 to 60% of your life savings even after the admission into a nursing home. And that's a single individual. When it's a married couple, we can do even better. The other one we see quite often is giving assets away too early. There is a rule that says the federal government says you can give away $15,000 per year per beneficiary. And people use that. It's a wonderful rule. It is a tax rule. It's not a Medicaid rule. So we see that often. We had a family that had given away a substantial amount of money based upon that $15,000 increment. So they gave $15,000 to each child before the end of the year. And right there in January, they gave another $15,000 per child. And then mom got sick. And the kids, unfortunately, had spent all the money. So we went back and we had to give them the bad news that that's going to be a problem. And they cited to this federal tax rule. And I said, that's a tax rule, not a Medicaid rule. So we caution people on giving assets away too early, especially if the kids are just going to spend the money. Applying too early is the other one. So that's where, be careful about those well-meaning friends or volunteers. Sometimes they'll have you apply and you're not in a position to apply yet. That's where a professional can come in and tell you what's the timing. We had a family giving away the family business and dad went into the nursing home and he was 57 months from when he had transferred the business. Had they applied at that point and submitted an application, that would have been during that 60-month look back, and the entire value of the company that he had handed down to his children would have been counted and would have caused a major problem in that application process. So in the end, the fourth and most substantial one, and again, this sounds a little self-serving, is not getting professional help. We really encourage all of our listeners to seek the assistance of an elder law attorney when you're considering a Medicaid application, starting as early as possible in the process once you've identified a need to do that. But it really does become important. People can lose a lot of their wealth they don't need to lose, or they can get themselves into a predicament with periods of ineligibility by bad planning when you don't seek the help of a professional. It's wonderful that nursing homes will help you do this for free, but you get what you pay for when you do it that way. So we encourage people, seek a professional. It's our office or some other elder law office. We prefer our office, but in the end, getting professional help is probably the biggest thing you can do to avoid the major mistakes in a Medicaid application process.
All right, Richard. Well, thank you so much for covering, as we said, those top 4 common mistakes of Medicaid eligibility. As Richard did mention, there are more of those common mistakes, 10 of them total online that you can check out if you have some more questions. But if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to Richard and his team. They're there to help you and they want to help you through this process. So you can give them a call to schedule a free consultation. And also make sure that you're just checking out the website, as I mentioned, and the rest of our blog videos, which answer questions similar to this. So if you'd like to do that, that is rmohiolaw.com. And thank you so much for watching.